please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Prakash Diwan is also here with us to discuss a whole host of stocks and sectors. Prakash, hi, morning. Lots of numbers have come out so far and lots of good numbers in the mid-cap space. Anything that caught your eye that one can still buy now?
No, I think, if I rely on my memory to be fresh enough from yesterday's numbers, I think the best was, of course, not a mid-cap, but Century Textile was something that really stood out for me. And that kind of reaffirms the trend that finally the company is proving to be a conglomerate of many more things than textiles, as the name misleads. And the paper business probably has also kind of started contributing, and you have a huge real estate inventory that's waiting to be monetized. So Century Textile, with the kind of course, people have been talking about, some of the deferred tax numbers that have led to all these changes. But even on an operating matrix, things look pretty interesting from this set of numbers.
Okay, by the way, the first pre-opening rates are in now. A couple of stocks look interesting. Reliance is up about 1%, HDFC up about 1%, Axis up 3%. I don't know if that's how it will play out. A couple of stocks which are down. Indiabulls Housing is down 2.5%. ONGC is down a bit, about 2%. By the way, keep in mind, crude is down from 71 thereabout to 69. So that would be a bit of a macro positive for India. But in the mid-cap space, there are a couple of stocks which are looking interesting. The likes of BHEL looking interesting. Prakash, good morning. Thoughts on PSU banks, and do you think that entire rally is over, or would you look to buy this weakness?
Not really, Anuj. In fact, I would wait for a little bit of reaffirmation of some strength that would come in. I mean, an entry into PSU banks would only be when you get that confirmation that this is going to be a trend that will probably last a year or so. But right now, everybody's come back with these gaps that seem to be there. We've done all that NPA recognition bit, but in terms of finally resolution and this capitalization. Making sense for some of these PSU banks is questionable. In fact, interestingly, on that topic, this whole compulsion to get into the MSME loan book growth is something that my sense is going to favor the MFIs much more than just these banks. So I remember Lata also alluding to this some time back.
Worried about it.
Yeah, it was a concern because that would again force them to lend to we assuming that
if it's a target to be reached, then I worry.
In that
I mean, if it is a general emphasis on MSME, it makes
really
sense. You have to reach a target, your diligence may slip.
But out of the PSU banks, what I would love to buy, given the current set of numbers, and of course the earnings are yet to roll out, but BOI seems fairly positively poised out of the largest PSU banks. And there's a whole tail of smaller ones that you could keep on nibbling into and talking and discussing. But I think Bank of India, very clearly with this huge capitalization, the benefit that it's got, stands to gain.
Okay, by the way, KPIT is down 9%. Thought that would happen. First thing this morning, of course, is that the open offer is at 180 or wherever there is. And of course, a slight bit of disappointment because you may not necessarily... I mean, this deal may turn out to be good going forward, and for all you know, maybe the stock recovers or rallies. But for now, of course, there's a bit of a disappointment. This came out of nowhere, of course. So right now, the stock's down about 9%. Thoughts on this one?
This was so confusing. I mean, you merging two companies, but it probably tries to sharpen the focus and create some sort of you draw two Venn diagrams, and and then there's this overlap which kind of is the delta that it's trying to create, but nothing great about it. In fact, if you look at special situations, Anuj, one of the easy low-hanging fruits is Unichem. I mean, we've already seen the announcement come through on the buyback at 430, 360, 362, wherever, I don't know where it is now. But it's a clear 20% kind of upside, and there's a lot of cash to back this open offer. That's what's good about it. And if they come up with a dividend sweetener of sorts at some stage, that also kind of makes sense. So I think it's a season of buybacks, and even the government is active on it. So why not make some money before 31st March in case this gets disrupted as a tax benefit.
Okay, Unichem Labs. Emami is another stock that will be reacting to its numbers. Remember, the numbers were subpar this time around. In fact, not as good as many of its peers for sure. Emami down about 1.5%. Prakash, any quick thoughts on the auto names that are coming back into fashion? Eicher Motors, for example, is seeing buying action. Would you plunge in?
Absolutely. It was lovely to see that 4% move yesterday after a long time. And the rollovers also kind of indicated that. Eicher had some very strong rolls. And this whole channel check on, the Royal Enfield waiting timelines coming down from 6 months to 2 months was unfounded. I mean, in reality, that doesn't happen. And also, Eicher will start getting some sort of a sympathy from its Volvo JV, which is something which we normally don't bring in on a console basis. But that's on a standalone also, Eicher could move back to that mid-30s at the price point. So definitely very positive. Given a choice on Bajaj, TVS and Eicher, the first quick move is looking at Eicher.
Okay, Ashwini, I wanted your thoughts on Eicher.